Hello everyone and welcome to PSGL round 2. We're at Malaysia. We've gone straight to 5 red lights because qualifying was an absolute disaster. We're starting P12 because it did change to inters and I've got my lap invalidated, so we are starting down the order, but we are lights out and actually got a pretty bad start, to be fair. Hellboy got a better start and actually going to turn 1 there's just cars everywhere and I did not want to be a part of it. You can see here I'm just taking my time and there's cars everywhere down my inside. You'll see as I come out of turn 2, like, it's just mayhem. So I decided to pull off, let everyone through, and I'm now down in last place. So now I can actually fully focus on picking places off because I knew I had to pace again around here to pick up a really good result. And as you can see by Aaron's car, I do believe he was desynced because on the stream at one point when I thought I was battling him or just trying to overtake him, it wasn't. He wasn't there on stream, so I do believe me and him were desynced. So yeah, I mean, just so goes to show how shit the game is, to be fair. But we're still on lap 1. You can see all the cars ahead. Look at all the mayhem. I do believe Max, my teammate, did get wing damage, so he was pretty much out of this race from lap 1. But I said to him to carry on, keep going, because you don't know what can happen. Because it was going to change from dry to inters later on in the race, and you'll see the error that I make in terms of fighting for the race win. But anyway, moving back to lap 1, you can see we've got Oogie in front on the mediums. I sort of wanted to get past medium runners sort of ASAP because I know I'll have to pace on them to begin with, and then later on in the stint the tyres would give up. But actually sort of looking at Lickle, but it's just too far back, so we're going to take a wide line, try and get a good run. And you can see we actually have got a really good run on Oogie here, so we're actually going to go for the move around his outside into turn 1. And it's quite difficult to overtake around the outside into turn 1. We see Oogie backed off completely there, so I don't know whether he just didn't want to battle or knew I would have to pace on him and let me pass so we could save a bit of time. But anyway, we are now going to go after Lickle Block. So, this is the part of the race that I really enjoyed because I know I dropped myself to the back and I know I lost touch with the leaders, but I felt like I was able to do that in order to save my front wing because Max was full proof that if you were stuck in the midfield at the start of that race, you'd lose your front wing, and unfortunately Max did. So let's hope he can recover to a good position. But anyway, we're going to move on now to the end of lap 2 on the back of Lickle now. So I knew I had to get the move done, and I'm going to go round the outside again. So 2 moves I've had to go round the outside as we come into the penultimate corner. And you can see Lickle just, I don't know whether he got his braking wrong, but that really messed me up. And you can see I did say we all getting dive bombed into turn 1, and there was no car down his inside, so I don't know why he done that. But we are going to go down Nichols' inside. He does give me more than enough space to make the move, so I do feel he knew he was at fault, but he's still there on the inside, so we have to give him a little bit of space. But we do indeed make the move stick. That's us up now into P13. So in the space of 3 laps we've made 5 positions, with obviously people pitting in front due to wing damage. But next on the list I do believe is a Lordy Boy, so we will now skip ahead to lap 4, and you can see Lordy Boy going for a move on Pine into turn 1, and it's actually going to make it stick. But I sort of tried to sneak up Pine's outside, and you see he almost punched me off, so I should be used to getting punted off by now, but still, it still bugs me because it's just not good racing, is it? But anyway, we're going to move on now to the end of lap 4. We are now behind Pine, and I do believe Pine did have wing damage, so maybe that's why he went wide. So I'm not going to really criticise him or anything, but we're going to go down his inside, and he does pit at the end of lap 4. So that's another place made. So that's now us up into P12 because Powdy actually lagged out, and he actually started P2 on the grid, so that's unfortunate for him. But we're still going to make up places, and we now go after Lordy Boy. And you can see up ahead, middle of lap 5, he actually loses the back end. I knew this was my chance to get past, so I sort of play it cautious. He goes wide, and I go down his inside. Bit aggressive, pushing wide a little bit, but we make the move stick. That's now us up into P9. You can see Ashbest, and I do believe that's Hellboy up in front battling. So I knew this was my time to catch the guys who I lost out to at the beginning due to just me trying to be careful and not lose my front wing. And you can see end of lap 7, Ashbest has actually got past Hellboy, and it's now my turn to do the same. You can see straight line speed and slipstream and DRS all come into play here. We've got down Hellboy's inside, sort of defended it. I thought he was going to defend a lot more than he did, but we go down his inside, go deep a little bit, and I do believe Hellboy did hit us, but luckily he got no wing damage, so that's good to see from him, and hopefully he can now have a good race, because this is technically his debut races in Australia. He did get a race ban, but anyway, moving on to lap 11, down the inside of AMS, and I do believe he is pitting as well. So yeah, the guys on the super softs, I mean AMS take them super softs 11 laps. It was very good stint from him, but we're now up into P2 from last in 12 laps, so very good from us keeping it clean. But you can see lap 15, my tyres are not, they've just gone above 70%, and I thought the rain was going to be a lot further away, so I do decide to pit. And now this is where I sort of lost the fight for the win, because Ash was actually able to take the softs to the rain period, and I just didn't want to risk a puncture, because I found myself in P2. If I pit, I'm going to come out just outside the points maybe, so I can maybe have a fight back on the super softs as well. I'll be able to put in some really good laps, but doing this here really cost me, and it did actually more or less gift Ash the race win, because again he was able to go to the Inter's period and just able to sail home from where he was. So fair play to him. I should have done the same, but I just didn't want to risk it. Obviously having a decent result in Australia, I didn't really want to find myself doing a whole lap with a puncher and be last and then lose points on the guys ahead in the standings. So we're going to come out actually just behind Max, so he's done very well to recover. And you can see, and at lap 17 it is raining, and you can see we've got Big C and Greeny both fighting. And again, this is a very interesting part of the race, because you can see my fuel, I was actually pushing a lot to try and make up some ground, but you can see how much time I've lost. I'm in P10, but you can see Big C going down the inside, and Big C actually getting a really bad exit, and us, we're going to take full advantage of this. And now Greeny is still defending the inside, so we have to switch around the outside. But I wanted to brake early into turn 1, because I knew he would go deep, and you can see here he does indeed go deep, and that is us up into P9. So yeah, again another recovery drive, which is getting quite annoying now. But again, I chose to stay at the back and chose to pit. You can see in front, Joel actually got past Lordy Boy in the pits, so fair play to Joel. That was a good overtake. But we are going to pit from the supers and come in and fit the inters, and this is where Ash was able to sort of control the race at his pace and sail on and win the race. So again, congrats to him. It's his first one in F1, I believe. You can see he actually get held up by about half a second, which I know it's not much when you say half a second, but in an F1 race half a second is everything. And you can see here coming out just behind Lordy Boy I do believe. So we are going to now try and pick off some positions. I think the best I can get is P5 I do believe, so we're going to try and aim for that as we come out the pits. Just everyone trying to get used to the inters conditions. I knew I had the pace in the inters. I did practice. I knew I could take the inters quite a long way. You can see moving on to lap 20 now, Lordy actually goes really deep, and this is actually going to allow us to get a really good run on him coming out of turn 2 I do believe. So we're now going to be on the back of Lordy Boy, sort of risking it going full throttle, because snap at the back end, you're in the wall. But we are going to go down the inside of Lordy. He does defend it, and we go down the inside, and he looks like he just turns into us under braking. And I thought, okay, you want to do that, I'll just sort of push you wide, and he does go wide, and I do make the move stick. So sort of unfortunate to see, but I was, if I'd have got wing damage from that, I would have definitely sent it into the stewards. But I'm not one to moan. And now lap 22, we are now behind Joel, and this is a very good battle between myself and Joel. He defends expertly here. We try to go swoop it around his outside, and it's again just not enough traction to allow us to be side by side with Joel. And he was running, I don't know whether he's running lower wings than us, but you can see straight line speed. I've got slipstream, so I should be gaining, but I'm just not. So again, he's defending the inside, and I try to go around his outside again, but again I just sort of outbrake myself a little bit and just can't have the momentum I needed to go around his outside. So I stay behind him for this lap, and we do now skip to the end of lap 25. So we've actually been sort of close, but just haven't really gotten close enough. And now this is my chance. I know I need to get past this lap. If I don't get past, then that's P5 more or less lost, and I really needed the points to outscore him. We're actually going to fake to the inside, go down his inside, pretty aggressive dive bomb, and Joel actually, to be fair to him, gives us the space we need, but he's still there on our inside, so we have to give him space on the inside, and that is us up into P5, I do believe, although it says P6, but I do believe we are up into P5. So again, losing the back end there, just trying to get away from Joel, and you can see by the end of lap 28, Ash's crossed the line and has won the race, so fair play to him. We're still in P5, and we've now gotten away from Joel, and we are actually going to come home from last place effectively and finish P5, so I'm not going to complain. But that pit stop from softs to supers really cost me that race. But again, I'm going to take P5 and hopefully impress in Brazil. But yeah, these are the race results. You can see Asbest, Jamie and Jack again. So both Jamie and Jack getting very good results. And Ski even actually get a really good solid 4th place. So fair play to him. We're going to come home in 5th. Joel in 6th. Greeny, who had a drive-through penalty, I believe, as well. So he done very well to cover 2, 7th. Iran in 8th. Lordy in 9th. And Big C in 10th. And you can see Max there in 13th. I do believe he got wing damage again from I do believe from the back of Big C. I'm not too sure, but I know he got wing damage in the inters, so that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, this has been PSGL, the second race of season 19. The next round is Brazil, and that will be out sometime next week, obviously, because I've got to do the race on Monday. But what I'm going to try and do is get league racing done on Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then Friday through to Sunday excuse me, I'm going to try and stream FUT Champions. I got a lot of good reception when I did stream FUT Champions on the Sunday, so I'm going to try and maybe keep it consistent over the weekend and do your live stream during the week. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy that comeback through the field. I certainly did. But yeah, I do believe the next race you're going to see is a return to NORL, which is a league that I was in F1 2015. But anyway guys, I'll see you then for that in Singapore. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.